Here we go. Forget to put this into my ear. So, hope you are keeping well, guys. Thank you so much for taking part in this week program. So, just for a wee second to recap the first 2 weeks. Let's get started straight away. First 2 weeks to recap. In the first week, obviously, we were, as you can see, it's a deeper go on to reaching our belief and not just only the surface level. In the first week, we went into deeper association, the emotional roots we have with money. Then after the second week, and that's why we're doing the burning ritual as well too, to be able to release these, because that's what we feel emotional about. Now, the second week, we were going for the limiting beliefs, what's actually much more the reflection, obviously, of these negative thoughts and or negative emotions, what's already rooted in. And that's why we so many times not aware. That's how the deeper subconscious works. It's already put away, and we are not as much connected on the thoughts and the level of the thoughts. But as I explained, thoughts and emotions goes together. Now, so we were reflecting on the beliefs we can carry and how to actually, it's quite simple. When we don't have the emotional attachment, it's easier to actually change the beliefs about things. But when we still have the emotional attachment, it's so much more. Moreover, it's like trying to fight a battle, but we're never really gonna win because the roots is already in our own self. So now this third week, we're gonna go even more on surface level too. And surface level is on a higher perspective of looking at this whole topic of money and our association, how much we are tangled in the story with that, on the misconceptions, on the field of misconception, and actually what money was created for. Not even what was created for, what represents when we are stripping off the layers of emotions and the layers of mental attachments and emotional attachments we have around. And that's what we're going to cover in this topic. Okay, but before we start, remember, it's 5 part, and thank you so much for having the patience. A beta test, it helps me a lot actually to see what's needed, what's not needed, how to deliver that, and what way it's going to be the easiest for everyone to actually upfollow and make the most and effective and instant way the transformation on the certain level, because everyone is ready to get released from them fear on their own level and way. So always respect your own subconscious, always respect your total self, because that's going to guide you in the process. That's why everything is just only a stepping stone in our human experience, and it's not a quick fix. Nothing is a quick fix, and that's what makes life a beautifully continuously evolving experience. And worse to be here probably when we realize I am learning and growing every day, and I am becoming a greater version of myself every day. And it's not like the older version was any wrong with that. It was supporting me on that day. But every day, some brand new experience reaching us, if we let the whole experience obviously go into the deepest aspect for our own self, but a tiny bit gonna shift our perceptions. That's just simply, even if I bring it on ground level, it's growing up. But the very first part from the 5 part of what I put into the program was breathing exercise. Once again, helps the nervous system, helps us to center our own selves, helps to more able to concentrate and focus in the present moment. And the concentrate word already is in it when we are gathering the focus attention together and able to dwell in one point of existence. Okay, because we are focused attention. That's what we are. Might move on the body, but that's all working by the will and desire from the so-called control panel, but the mental ideas, creations, desires, and we experience reality around us upon that what's going on within our own self. But now, so the 5 part is the breathing exercise, remember, centering. Then after, we're going to talk about the misconceptions and as well the proper, or yeah, not the proper tool, I'm going to use the proper word, the laws of money. Okay, the 8 laws of money, and see money a wee bit more into a neutral way, even furthermore. So your way of associating can more and more sink in on the topic that it's not personal. Okay, despite we experience really personal, but it's not personal, it's an experience, and we all go through it, and we don't need to fear it. Moreover, we just open up to release the fear and learn more about the topic, and then overcome that hardship of sensation that I am incapable, and reaching that core aspect. And that's when we are healing more poverty and lifting up as well within our own self, and lifting up those aspects of our own self, what we are somewhere shamed, scared to be back to that part, or simply feel sorry for, but definitely it's something what we not fully owning on that sense, and that creates the internal turmoil and the fluctuation of the experience itself too. Sorry, just bubbles coming up, bubbles coming up. So that's the second part. Remember, the third part is the tapping. And then after the fourth part is the mudra. Now the mudra today gonna include a bit of a meditation, what's gonna be beautiful. And as I am going through more and more and processing, the tapping is something what's not gonna be necessary for this way program. But please just let me know what's your opinion about that one as well too. And then at the end, the hypnotherapy. So plenty to do, might a wee bit even too much to put into it, but my instinct, my intuition tells me is the tapping. The tapping, if it be taken out of it, everything would be more fluent and easier digestible. But see how we go. Oops, see how we go, because obviously that's why it's a beta test. So let's get started. Today, what we're gonna learn, what breathing exercise is actually deep abdominal breathing, and I'm gonna go for that part here. And the deep abdominal breathing, why I was choosing that, is actually learn to relax into our tummy, relax into our hip, reaching our core, reaching our root chakra and our root aspect, where we are rooting ourselves in the physical reality. So many times, obviously, experiencing poverty, financial issues, the deep tremor over existing and surviving, that maybe it's not going to happen. Those are the psychological part we are healing. So to be able to root back ourselves, feel safe and comfortable, to actually even more tackle, become brave, overcome our worries, and tackle these aspects with embodiment and relaxation. So the deep abdominal breathing helps us to furthermore own our body, own our physical reality, own our own self. So let's get started. For that reason, I would like to ask you for the breathing exercise to close your eyes. Closing the eyes always helps, obviously. You should be home, so should not feel unsafe to do so. But if you do, then always you can gaze towards, with a soft gaze towards the forehead direction. And that way bring the internal focus to your tummy, all right? Anyway, closing the eyes as you are sitting on your chair. And then place one hand on your tummy and one hand on your chest. And simply start to breathe in and out. In and out. Lovely. If it's a big sigh comes, you are ready to process everything through what just I said even, or your day. Take a deep inhale and exhale out your mouth or your nose. Relax the shoulders, relax your upper body more and more. It's being able to relax, let go the self-protection, and just simply able to reach the deeper aspects of our own self and connect with that. So just let yourself to relax with each exhale you do. Then bring your focus down after to your tummy. Lovely. And now with a couple of exhales, relax your tummy, relax your hip, relax your butt cheeks, relax the lower back, and relax your privates as well. Just let it all go. And now try to breathe deeply into your tummy only as you soften up the muscles. With that, what I mean, and this is a cognitive practice on the sense if you've never done that before, to be able to relax your muscles at the tummy enough that you start to feel the tummy expanding and the chest is lightly just lifting, or perhaps not even lifting. but a wee bit it's going to the diaphragm muscle, gonna open up, release. So it's gonna affect the chest too, but most dominantly you feel the tummy expanding and the chest just lightly lifting up and down perhaps, but it's more the dominance is in the tummy. Breathing deeply in, into your tummy, and exhale out, relax. Breathing in, breathing out. Now, if it's difficult first to channel the air into the tummy, into the abs, that's absolutely okay and normal. Give yourself enough time and space to the body to be able to follow the intent and the idea. Okay, that's what usually we need the patience for. But that's how we learn new things. What so many times seemingly becomes harder as we are grown up, and that's absolutely okay. Breathing in and then breathing out. It's deep breathing, literally, in a deeply relaxed state of the stomach, organs, everything down there. We can't squeeze deep breath into our own self with tight muscles, with stiffened up body structure. We can only invite more life energy in. Okay, always keep that, especially respectful ways, respecting the self. Lovely. Breathing deeply in and breathing out. If you feel, sense any tension across your neck, jaw, then just allow the body to move. Might the chest want to push forward, shoulder want to be pulled back. You can move your neck about. It's interesting where can show up as we relax more and bring more life force energy, where can show up the out of alignment or the compensation from the body, as we were obviously trying to have those parts what wasn't fully aligningly energized with life force energy or was shut it off. Very interesting, the process of healing. Alignment. Lovely. And now that you feel more settled, more deeper into your body, I would like to ask you to simply allow yourself to breathe in and out there. You don't need to channel the air anymore into your tummy. You can just experience the full total breath into your upper body. And as you exhale, relax your shoulders, relax the whole body. Again, after a deep inhale, when you exhale out, just let the whole body to soften up, loosen up more and more and more. With each exhale you do. Relax. Lovely. And now just let your natural rhythmical breath return fully and completely. Rest your hands on your knees or lap for a wee moment here. Coming back fully to your senses, feeling, sensing the fingers, feeling, sensing your physical body, and then open up the eyes. And then let's get into our misconceptions. So today, as I said to you, it's going to be a big question at the end, but much more actually, it's thinking through a topic and my dad's bringing a bit more alignment on how we how we look at things and how we approach it. So I'm going to share with you first of all a 3 misconception about money. What's one of the most, as I said, misconceptions are even more is like judging things on the surface level. Just it's not even something what we personally would have as much attachment. It's much more what people would agree together in a group on. That's the genuine idea over things in a vaster population, or that's much more what's actually the topic of the hive mind. So with that, we are helping to even becoming aware how much we are engaged with the hive mind just for belonging, sensation of of belonging, because we are healing that one thing and detaching from the hive mentality and the hive mind through the process as well too. But the three most common misconception over money: money is the root of all evil. Money is evil. Okay. And we touched already this misconception and the belief for that reason, especially when we believe it truly. And through religious programming, so many times it was common, but as well to obviously personal experience. But this belief could play out so many ways. What was keep reassuring that we are keep could see that yes, how evil these people are who has a lot of money. So we started to more and more obviously seeing money as an idea of corruption, as an idea of control, as an idea of this sensation of superiorities to have it. For that reason, we felt like that if I have money, then I'm gonna be like that. So it's very, very interesting that under that idea of what fear actually holds us back to actually allow ourselves to have more money. Number two, hope it helps, might let you to digest. Number two, it's too much to handle money. It's too much to handle. Less I have, less to worry about. And that's again, a deep fear comes with that, rejecting money because we don't want the stress what comes with that. And yes, on a level, it does requires more maturity to be able to manage it, hold it, but it's nothing to do with having a lot of money or not having any at all. Because the truth is, if you look into it, doesn't matter if someone is a millionaire, can stress as much as someone who is a homeless individual with having no money at all. And someone who is a millionaire can have as free mind as someone who is a homeless individual at the under the bridge. So abundance, because when we talk about money, we're actually reaching the topic of abundance. It's a mentality, and these things are quiet, how can I say, clear and common sense when we think it through. But so many times we don't reflect, okay, but do I engage unawarely with any of these misconceptions? Did I agree with the group of people and perhaps movies? Because the programming of the mind is not just only comes through what we experience from our ancestors, mothers and fathers. We had so much information influence in the last 100 years that's why our psychology and the influences are much more complicated and complex nowadays. So it's a very interesting topic, and how the world was able to influence and the way that furthermore trickle into our own nature of our mind, the natural nature, and trying to obviously shape that format. Social conditioning was always something what we needed to be aware of, to don't get sucked into as well, to don't lose our sense of self or detangle it as we were walking the spiritual path. And number three, I'm going to go, I have to work hard, labor to earn money. So I have to work my bollocks off, excuse for the language, to be able, and that's again can be so deep. Okay. Again, seeing grown up on a way, you have to work hard. In Hungarian, we would have, or as I was grown up, if you are not working, you shouldn't even eat. Now that was that was the concepted idea what I was. Everyone believed that one. That's how it is. And yes, you should starve to death, even having that projection on family members, one on another. And that was something what really sinked into our own self as well too. And then we don't realize how much unconsciously we keep thinking the only way to actually feel worthy for money, if I am really working hard, that's the only way I am able to allow it to come to me, to come to my wife, come to my life. And that's when we start to more deeper become aware and learn about the polarities of our own self, how we positively accept or negatively reject things. Because at the end, that's what we work with, our own polarities of capabilities of positively attracting things or negatively rejecting. And that's how we learn of money jar states and polarities. So as we went through these ones, the next one I want to go into after these misconceptions, the 4 money truths, what I want to share with you is I find that really good and interesting to share for this week topic. That money truth in a neutral way, money is nothing else than simply a tool. And that's why I meant we need to learn that it's a tool, it's like a shovel, it's like a brush, and it has its own most efficient way to use it. But this is not something we can hold on. It's not as physical. So for our own self to understand money, money is not physical at all, though it is constructing our physical reality. But money is energy and money is a tool, literally. On the physical world and way, it's only a tool to manage our life. Now, nowadays, I know money became something what strongly influences of the survival, what wasn't 100 years ago. 100 years ago, we had our water, we had our food growing, so much more the physical reality wasn't as much evolving around money. It's only what became, and for that reason, the deep fear, want this love-hate relationship with that for that reason too. It's only, I believe, it became such a big topic in the last 100 years for that reason. The value of things were in different places, though poverty and abundance was existing before that one too. But we are removing the, how you call it, our attachments on money, and money itself is only a tool. Number 2, money goes to where it is appreciated and not necessarily earned by hard labor. Remember, we already touched that at the other, that doesn't matter. I've seen people who's working 50 hours a week and still don't never have enough money. And I see people who is like simply just letting it with more ease flow through them, and they get by with the least effort to and have a really nice and comfortable life. So it is really more where it's being appreciated for what it is. And that's we are going back for a very normal energetic idea and concept as well too, that things gonna flourish in your life too, what gets appreciated, things what's not appreciated. And that's why gratitude is so important. Not being appreciated, that's slowly gonna die off and disappear from your reality, because our mental place, it's what holds together our reality. Number 3, money can come to you from effort or even no effort. And here's the two goes together. So you can put a lot of effort into it and get excited and you know, some people find the buzz of making money as well. To nothing wrong with that one as well too. I don't believe we should judge one another. It's much more how we treat each other, and that's where we are keeping the boundaries. Anyway, it's no one's business what the other one wants to experience in their life. But it's not means that it's only with effort, that you have to put everything, you go after it. You can simply just, again, as I said, get more centered state even to, and you don't have to chase it, developing that more trust and not putting all the effort into it. That's not means you're not taking physical actions, but you're not trying to figure everything out from your head. And that's the idea that's going to happen. That's a wee bit as well too. So many times I believe more the old modality of achieving mentality would root from. And number 4, that money is actually quite spiritual. Spiritual means it's an energetic creation. Everything is an energetic creation in our existence on the base before it's manifest and shows up as a more physical appearance of things. And then after money itself was manifested, it's a piece of paper, now plastic, now cards, but the end product is going to be again something what's manifested, what we want to achieve, a house, excuse me, or anything. But that's going to be money. It's only an exchange towards something what we want in the physical sensations, to experience safety, to experience whatever we want to experience, but it's only an exchange. Now these were the money truths. And the next one what's gonna be is the laws of money. Okay, it is about what money to actually have, because it's like a relationship. And the laws of money, it's refer only simply. And again, just listen this with an open mind. Let yourself to digest on it. I'm not saying believe me, but when I learned about these things, for example, what really helped me to furthermore to settle with money, realize, okay, then I am a partner with money on that sense, and I'm learning. That's the association, everything inside our own self, but learn about that furthermore to help myself to move forward in life into an ease state with the topic and not feeling in this grip. Take the whole thing, this was my personal responsibility and nothing wanted to. So it was really, really hard. And I'm not saying, how you call it, we are still not working for things, we are not taking the actions, not common challenges, but it's not put ourselves into the total gottedness, and we can flow through the hard parts, and we can feel grateful for the ups and downs, whatever goes with our relationship with money. Much more having that humble state and not gutting us in our life, in our head. But the 8 laws of money would be: number 1, money loves freedom. So that means, because the state of abundance itself, it's how you call it, we need to be in a certain state to be able to let things to flow. Money is a free flowing energy, just like a river, and it cannot be just held together. It's gonna trickle out of our hand if we want to with grip hold on it, we want to gather it. Money can flow through with more ease when we have an unlimited free mind. Okay, so that's why the open mindedness to get good ideas and then acting by those ideas. When we have a much more gutted, closed mind, then we are not going to see the opportunities in things, and it's not going to be able to flow through us. It's just common sense on that way when we think through these. Number 2, money loves speed. Money loves speed is simply means because, and that's as Joe Vitale anyway, and who I hear this idea first time, and I was like, you know what, that's true, that when you get an idea, you are not the only one who gets the idea. Okay, so it's very interesting, and that's why I was like, it's a very spiritual thing at the same time. An idea spreads out for minds, and then after you have a choice that I am acting by upon that or not. So actually acting by your ideas are your real gifts. Acting by the ideas and keep going, moving forward, is what makes that you are in a fluent state. On that sense, you are money itself, because you are that who is creating, manifesting your reality. But actually being in a fluent state, acting in a conscious place by your ideas, colons, it's so important, and not engaging. And here comes the most important word: overthinking. So what goes, only we are not going after our ideas when we are engaging in thinking. Okay, that's the other one. With NLP, I was learning as well, and I can totally agree with that. The first thought is coming always from your true self. And that's why the whole spiritual work is about know yourself, stripping of the layers of thinking, conditions, everything. It's so important. So you are freely can act and play in your life. Now, number 3, the 8 laws of money. Number 3, money loves to be appreciated. And we already had that in the first ones. That as we learn more and more, instead, because it's not easy, it's again hardwire of the brain, focusing on the lack, obviously gonna build up that state in our own self that we are gonna be only like a blinker, only constantly being a scared state that I don't have this, I don't have that. But we forget to counterbalance that how much you already have, how much you already actually gain. And it's, don't feel bad when we engage with this. It's again coming from that deep fearful state of poverty, and then continuously unable to settle our own self to be just stop, and actually how much great things I already have. And then more and more, this is the biggest ticking point or clicking point. When we understand this concept, that we are actually in that sense of stopping the old roots of worrying and more actually focus on being grateful for breathing into this moment and being happy for what we have more and more gives that state and psychology where everything else can follow with money. Like much more, all right, we can breathe through our fears, we can, the deep tremors, obviously it's always again, how deep is your tremor over money at the deepest. And as I said so many times, goes back for the deepest fear of death. Okay, so that's why it is a touchy subject so many times. But developing gratitude, that's why it's a deeper process so many times. Developing gratitude is it a practice, but you can do so much if you're able to do a gratitude practice over money topic for 28 days. That's extremely already can click the new neurological pathways into places and the old ones start to die off because it's the neurological system we are rewiring in our body. Now, number 4, money loves attention. Okay. Um, exactly. So money is a wee bit on the sense, and that's money loves attention. Is money needs to be managed, obviously. Money as well too is a kind of a topic that again thinking about that grateful ways, having that positive wiring towards money, not admiration, not like, oh, that's money, that's how you call it, that's like admiring, putting money like something special, then again we start to follow a false deity on that sense. And money is not about that one. Money is like anything else in creation, loves the focus and loves the appreciation, like a wee bird fully, like a wee bird fully when you stop and just enjoy, and that's what it provides itself. Okay, so that way the focus and the appreciation much more goes back this basic understanding, but then given it that thank you, because reflecting on that one, and that goes back to the gratitude practice, because if we would not have money in the creation, we could not experience this and that and that. Okay, that way it's not even just the gratitude of what I have, it's much more that actually without money we could not even have this, that deeper wiring of a bigger picture of what actually the creation and the existence of money brings, and not just all the negativity, but so many times being amplified consciously as well too in our heads, and again social conditioning as well too in the play. Now number 5, money loves energy. And with that, I would say, so money loves when energy freely moving. And I'm just going to only say this much for this number 5 point. The healthier you are, the wealthier you are. So when you are in a more balanced, healthier way, then it's much easier. Money is flowing through you. Money is much more in a state of moving. Okay, again, that flow. We want to just stop or delve into the natural flow and free movement of life. Number 6, money love to circulate. That's again because it's an energetic flow. It is not something we need to hold on, grasp on. It's much more how much more we learn to let it move through us. It's just energy, main energy itself. How much more we let it, not like money is the main energy, don't take that way, but let it move it, and not we are like worrying, trying to hold on, try to save the future. When we are more and more in this infinite moment of the right now, then it's a signal of abundance and it's just flowing through us. And how much more we are not grasping on it, that much easier opportunities coming. So it is a very interesting and learn as well to allow ourselves, especially if we were much more a hoarder from that fear. It's a hard one to allow ourselves because it freaks the brain out the heck. Because up until then, the safety was if I have this and that's grasping, then I feel safe. And then just slowly let yourself, you know what, if I have it, if I don't, I know it's always here as move and move on. It's not an easy one, of course. Again, conscious awareness what helps us breathe through and move through the times when we are moving more to that state, but we are how can I say, being challenged as well too, because the old shadows of the old world of our reality does shows up, and that's fights for it. The old self fights for its survival a wee bit, and that's absolutely normal. Flaking of the old shells, flaking of the old skin. That's the process of it, what I was describing. Now, number 7, money loves respect. And that goes back for that what I described as well too, that appreciation and respect for what it provides, because money is a tool to facilitate your dreams and your desires and the things what you would like to experience, the things what you would love to give to your children, what you want to leave after yourself. So it's so much more able to give so much gratitude and respect more towards money, because when we are respecting, obviously so many times we are kind of cheeky on the sense, but we don't even realize, at least it was true, because we have this halfy attitude towards that, just because we are in pain and we feel like we are not loved by money on that sense, or we are not deserving, so we put this up, that's all right then, screw you guys, like a wee child. So actually slowly dropping that and more respecting and appreciating for that can help to heal that we traumas, and then our own we rejection towards that, like a we child mind, pretty much, and take that way. And number 8, money loves mission. So with that, if you have that ideas of what money for moving through you, it's much easier the money gonna follow it to, or obviously equivalent what money can exchange for, the material aspect what you would need for the project, or bloody blah gonna appear, or someone gonna appear. But that's again requires a more ease state, and not like I need to figure out from my head. As you can see, it's a focus on your life mission, not money. Okay, and then it is really gonna follow it more and more certain way, you're gonna do get the support for it. Okay, so it's as well to this oxymoron. Yes, have a money conscious mind, have an acceptance that it exists in life, but it's not the most important thing, and you are right about that one. But at the same time is a very necessary, especially updating the brain, that it's not 300-400 years ago. We need to bring our mind in the present moment and update our brain for the present moment, let go the old programming. It is pretty much just like updating a computer. So hope this helped. I wanted to go through these videos, and with that as well too, what I would like to ask, if you tune into it after listening this through, what misconceptions would you have, and what would you do different if you discover anything what might was not how you were looking at things, or what was coming up in you? And if you want, you can share it, of course, into a message with me, or just simply write down to yourself anytime. Remember, guys, if you feel sure, please share. Okay, especially because that helps just genuinely your own mind to open up and give it back to the all. Okay, what I learned the other one so many times, actually, that's all programming, that I'm gonna figure this out. And when I feel better, when I feel brighter, and I can talk about that, gonna open up. Yes, it's so many times a good idea, because that leaves us against the feeling in control. But that's exactly what for a true transformation sometimes requires, is just letting that go and just simply open up and share, give it back. It comes from the all, and it needs to go back to the all, because that's how we actually contribute and help others to grow, because the experiences we go through as human beings, it's not personal. And that's what we really need to understand and learn, to be able to unite on the human level as human beings, or not even human beings, just simple beings, sentient beings who is taken an experience as a man or woman. But hope it's helped. And so if it's anything comes up, feel free to share it. So number 3, we're going to go into the topic now. Hopefully I'm not rushing through the whole thing, let you all process it, but don't want to over talk it and bore you as well. Want to keep it interesting and hopefully given valuable information as well to what obviously I was learning, contemplating, meditating on, and let it all sink deeper into for my own transformations. But as I said, I'm working more with the internal alchemy of our own self. So the topic I was chosen for today would be I am not deserving and worthy. Okay, I am not deserving, because so many times when we faced with that actually I was misunderstanding money. I was might a huffy hole with money. It so many times leaves us with, because what we bring up, that shaming sensation, what's anyway was, or that negative sensations that actually I'm not even deserving this because I screwed up kind of thing. So that's not the case, and that's why I was bringing I am not deserving and not worthy. So that's what we're going to top on. So I would like to ask you for the topping to simply sit upright, uncross your legs if your legs were crossed, and I'm going to top with you as well as usual. Now, hopefully he's going to be able to hear me, because I don't know that one yet. I'm going to just ask you about after this session, when I'm sending it out, how is the top and going when I am having this microphone on. But let's get prepared. So first of all, remember karate point. Start to toppen it with your forefingers. And before we start, already you can take a deep inhale. Remember, relax your tummy into it as you exhale out. Then take another deep inhale now, your softer tummy. Full inhale, exhale at the mouth. Relax your shoulders, lovely. And one more deep inhale as you are keep tapping the karate point, the judo chop point. Exhale at the mouth. Relax into it fully, lovely. And as you are tapping now, repeat the phrase inside your mind after me or out loud, that's up to you. Even though I feel I'm not deserving and worthy to have money, I deeply and completely love, respect, accept, and forgive myself. Even though I am not feeling deserving and worthy, I deeply and completely love, respect, accept, and forgive myself. Even though I feel and think I'm not deserving and worthy, I deeply and completely love, respect, accept, and forgive myself. And take one more deep inhale. Exhale, relax your whole body into it, like it would go numb literally, like you would call lots kind of way, as much relax into it if you can. And exhale out, settle into your body. Now move to the eyebrow point, top of the nose. Even though I feel I'm not deserving and worthy enough to have money, I deeply and completely love, respect, accept, and forgive myself. Even though I feel I'm not deserving and worthy enough, I deeply and completely love, respect, accept, and forgive myself. Even though I think I'm not deserving and worthy enough, I deeply and completely love, respect, accept, and forgive myself. settle into your body. And now move to the edge of the eyebrow, just around the temple, where you do feel that nice sensation of release. Okay, the edge of the eyebrow. And then repeat this after me. Even though I feel I'm not deserving and worthy enough to have money, I deeply and completely love, respect, accept, and forgive myself. Relax the shoulders, relax the body. Even though I feel I'm not deserving and worthy enough, I deeply and completely love, respect, accept, and forgive myself. Lovely. Even though I think I'm not deserving and worthy enough, I deeply and completely love, respect, accept, and forgive myself. Lovely. When you're ready, move at the under the eye on that we bone there. Keep it open. You can close the eyes to for the whole practice to feel, sense what's going on inside your body, inside your mind, inside yourself, on the energetic levels. Even though I feel I'm not deserving and worthy enough to have money, I deeply and completely love, respect, accept, and forgive myself. More and more, stop thinking and go after intuitively, instinctively what feels right. Okay? Don't need to repeat that one. Next one. Even though I think I'm not deserving and worthy enough, I deeply and completely love, respect, accept, and forgive myself. Melting away. Lovely. And now, top of the lip, bottom of the nose, keep tapping it away. Even though I feel I'm not deserving and worthy enough to have money, I deeply and completely love, respect, accept, and forgive myself. Breathing out the hardship with that sigh. But always just let it to be natural, of course. Don't force any expression on you. Okay? Let the natural release, the natural expression. Keep it real. Not trying to make it look like and then think on surface level it's happening and happy days. You want to be real. Even though I feel I'm not deserving and worthy enough, I deeply and completely love, respect, accept, and forgive myself. Even though I think I'm not deserving and worthy enough, I deeply and completely love, respect, accept, and forgive myself. A deep inhale. Exhale out the mouth. And just let it all go. Wonderful. With the deep knowing that you are relaxing into it, especially if you are more and more showing up physically through the body as well too, then it's a clear sign for the observing aspect of you that there's a release, and just let it go. Then move on top of your chin, or bottom of the lip that we groove there. Even though I feel I'm not deserving and worthy enough to have money, I deeply and completely love, respect, accept, and forgive myself. Even though I feel I'm not deserving and worthy, I deeply and completely love, respect, accept, and forgive myself. And the last, even though I think I'm not deserving and worthy, I deeply and completely love, respect, accept, and forgive myself. And let yourself to relax into it. And then after move on the collarbone. Remember, you can hit it with the full palm, or you can do like raindrops, forefinger, and moving along the collarbone back and forth, easing up even. I don't know anywhere where you feel the body is going to respond, but on the collarbone, and especially the midpoint and the thymus gland, activating that one through too. Finally, remembering about the name of it. So just simply tapping it away. Even though I feel I'm not deserving and worthy to have money, or I am not deserving and worthy enough to have money, I deeply and completely love, respect, accept, and forgive myself. Keep tapping. Even though I feel I'm not deserving and worthy enough, I deeply and completely love, respect, accept, and forgive myself. Even though I think I'm not deserving and worthy enough, I deeply and completely love, respect, accept, and forgive myself. And just let yourself to relax into it. Wonderful. And when you're done with that, move on to the V-bra point. The side of the rib cage, especially nearly where it's the V diaphragm muscle. That's maybe, it's not the bottom of your side rib cage because it's like 3 fingers away from it, but around that point. And you can move under the V ending of the V wing as well. So you're gonna feel the V different points where it's sensitively, but nicely sometimes. Sometimes if it's oversensitive, don't beat it as much. So start to tap it, tap it, tap it, even though I feel I'm not deserving and worthy enough to have money, I deeply and completely love, respect, accept, and forgive myself and feel it. Really feel what you say, what you resonate. Tune into it. Lovely. Even though I feel I'm not deserving and worthy, I'm deeply and completely love, respect, accept, and forgive myself. Lovely. And the very last, even though I think I'm not deserving and worthy enough, I deeply and completely love, respect, accept, and forgive myself. Lovely. And when you are done, move on top on the head, start tapping it. And then repeat after me. Even though I feel I'm not deserving and worthy enough to have money, I deeply and completely love, respect, accept, and forgive myself. Even though I feel I'm not deserving and worthy enough, I deeply and completely love, respect, accept, and forgive myself. And the very last, even though I think I'm not deserving and worthy enough, I deeply and completely love, respect, accept, and forgive myself. And a deep inhale. Exhale out, let the shoulders to drop. Meanwhile, head is elevated, so you feel that gap between the head and neck grows. Lovely, keep tapping it away. Brilliant. And now just going through quick again all the points and just shortening the version of it. I'm not deserving and worthy enough. I love myself. I respect myself. I accept myself. Even shorter. Sorry, guys, don't want to confuse you. Not deserving, not deserving, not deserving. I love myself. I accept myself. This one gonna be better. Then eyebrow point. Not deserving, not deserving, not deserving. I love myself. I respect myself. I accept myself. Lovely. At the end of the eyebrow now. Not deserving, not deserving, not deserving. I love myself. I accept myself. I forgive myself. And anytime comes a big sigh, let that happen because you are releasing that, okay? Processing through something what deep psychologically you were holding on. That's why you don't need to know what it is, but this is around this topic. Then move at the bottom of the eye. Not deserving, not deserving, not deserving. I love myself. I accept myself. I forgive myself. Lovely. Top of the lip. Not deserving, not deserving, not deserving. I love myself. I respect myself. I forgive myself and accept myself. Okay. Top of the chin. Not deserving, not deserving, not deserving. I love myself. I accept myself. I forgive myself. Lovely. When you are done, collarbone, hitting the collarbone, and just repeat the phrase, not deserving, not deserving, not deserving. I love myself. I respect myself. I accept myself. I forgive myself. And you don't need to remember all of these words or perfectly repeat. More and more focus on the sensation of able to feel super duper lucently more and more and able to rest your body more and more into these phrases, okay? And then move on the brow point. Not deserving, not deserving, not deserving. I love myself. I accept myself. I forgive myself. Wonderful. Relax, let go. And the last is top of the head now for these phrases. Not deserving, not deserving, not deserving. I love myself. I respect myself. I forgive myself. Breathing deeply in. Exhale out, let yourself to relax fully into your body. Couple of deep inhales and then exhaling out with a big sigh. If it's obviously that's washing you through. More of the, yeah, it's a beautiful sensation. Now you can stop the tapen, keep your eyes closed or close it for a wee bit. Let your whole body to relax. Feel, sense maybe the subtle body more intensively. That tingles maybe. It's a deeper relaxed sensation. And now open up the eyes, bring your two fingers to the common spot. Remember the two ligaments that we soft parted and start to tap it. And then we're gonna seal all of this. State shifts. Look forward, take a deep inhale. Exhale, close your eyes and exhale out your mouth. Resting again the whole body into it. Then again, deep inhale, open up the eyes. Lovely. Exhale out the mouth. Close the eyes once again. And then next inhale, opening up the eyes. Exhale out the mouth. Keep the eyes open. And with the next inhale, look towards the ceiling without moving the head. Exhale, bring the gaze back to the middle. Inhale, look down after to the bottom as far as you can without moving the head. Exhale, back to the middle. Then inhale, move your eye to the left. Exhale, back to the middle. Inhale, move the eye to the right. Exhale, back to the middle. Inhale, look to the top corner of the left side of your eyesight without moving the head. Exhale, back to the middle. Inhale, move to the left bottom corner or the right bottom corner. Sorry, right bottom. So you are crossing the screen. And then as you exhale out back to the middle with your gaze. Inhale, then move the eyesight or your eye gaze towards the right top corner without moving the head. Exhale, back to the middle. Inhale, now crossing and moving the eye focus to the left bottom corner of the screen of your eye. Exhale, then back to the middle. Wonderful. Now just simply hum the happy birthday with me or just stay quiet and keep tapping. Take a deep inhale. Exhale out. And now, remember, we're going to circle the eyes. So first of all, anti-clockwise and then clockwise. Okay. Look again towards the ceiling or up
without moving the head itself. And as you inhale, start to circle your whole eye focus around the frame of your eye, moving towards the left top corner, left side, left bottom corner, rotating back to the very bottom. Then inhale, exhale, start to move towards the bottom corner of the right side, top corner of the right, and as you exhale fully back to the top, to the middle. Now that's exhale. Inhale now, do the same reverse towards the right side of you, circulating, rotating. When you reach the bottom, start to exhale out. And while fully exhaling, reaching back to the top. Lovely. Then when you are there, take a deep inhale. Bring the gaze back to the middle. Exhale out, opening up the eyes. And now again, happy birthday. Wonderful. Meanwhile, I keep tapping this point. And then the very last 3, inhale, inhale deep. Closing the eyes. Exhale out. Inhale, open up the eyes. Exhale, closing the eyes. Keep the eyes closed. One more deep inhale while the eyes closed. And now exhale out, open up the eyes. Fully resting into the body. Stopping the top and relaxing the arms, feel and loosen limb, and just taking the new updated reality, but just simply the reality around in a relaxed, deeply relaxed state. Wonderful. And I hope you enjoyed that one. Tapan is something to what we learn to develop a sense to it, how to do it more and more effectively. It is a wee bit like acupuncture, but obviously it's a different topic. And again, it works on the energetic and as well too. Well, through the mental body, we are accessing the energetic body as well too. Hope you are feeling deeply connected or deeper connected with yourself and just generally with the existence. And now I'm going to go on the fourth part of the V program and the weekly V or the V each workshop, and that would be the mudra. Now again, as we were doing, it's more about grounding and owning our physical reality more and more feel, and obviously that's what the fear work is about. So we don't scared of for our existence, the physical, we are not in a reactive mode, and we can be much more in a fluent state of mode. And today it's really that's coming more clearly to the conscious awareness as well too, of what this whole work is about, at least for me and from my side. But then the mudra I was bringing is called Prithvi mudra in Sanskrit, but it's earth mudra. And again, it's for grounding. I'm going to tell you a couple of bit about this mudra, and then we're going to practice together, but we're going to do a meditation with that. Meanwhile, we're just going to it's a very simple mudra. When we ring finger touching our thumb and gently pressing into it. We're going to hold this. Meanwhile, we're going to do the meditation. It's going to be that simple, the whole practice. But this mudra can eliminate an energy deficit in the root chakra. So if we have, it's really powerful affecting our root chakra, and there's deficit when we add that lack sensation, obviously underdeveloped mudra, so many times not having enough life force energy moving through it. What's linked to the physical reality and how safe and secure we feel in our physical world. What's our physical body is literally the physical world on that sense. Feeling psychologically or physically strong and vital is largely dependent upon this energy. And if we can't receive more. How could we? We can't hold that high amount of energy. It scares our own self. That's why we are scared of a large amount of energy. And that's again just the conditioned ourselves, what wants to stay in this small, no one we place, and it should scared to live more and become braver, just swim with the flow of life itself. It is freaky dicky on that sense. And straightforward, actually, from the protective mind, feels the total opposite what actually it's seemingly meant to bring, though. That's safety. The true safety is going to be on that sensation of become fearless on that sense, but it's not coming from our small aspect. It's much more leaning into trustful into the total creation and the creator. But that's how money goes together with the spiritual aspect of life. If you feel uncertain, yes, the finger positions also intensify the sense of smell and is good for the nail, skin, hair, and bones. So the physical development on that sense, on cellular level. If you feel uncertain in your steps while walking, this mudra can help to restore your equilibrium and trust. Hopefully I said that word right. And obviously, as the physical gets affected, as much the mental gets affected, the mental, emotional plane goes together, and as well to the sensation of balance and equilibrium on the energetic aspect of our own self too. And that trustfulness. Trust is so important, and so many times it's easier to say to be trustful than develop that sensation, especially with the aspects where we were anyway feeling the insecurity. So the next is this mudra activates the root chakra, what gives stability and nourishment and be effective in our place in the world, to be able to be effective in where we are right now and do our role on that sense. This mudra can give us everything what we need for a meaningful life. So it is a really powerful one, and just simply practicing this one can really help you to feel more safer and tackle life in a much more detached ways. Yes, I had to out of my mind, had to for a reason, non-detachment, and then the non-word and detached, but yes, to detach from everything and just live more. You can use it when you feel insecure and need an inner stability and self-assurance. So you can see again, this suggestive, it goes back our deep inner insecurities when they kick on. And instead ignoring it or denying it, what's the worst things, we can embody these ones and then relax into it. So we are solving this all within. But then let's get started. Put this into a practice too. So remember, as you are sitting, uncross your legs if they would be crossed. You can sit upright as well too, holding it, but you can really dip deeper into your body in a deep relaxed sensations. You can relax into your body when you are sitting down. So ring finger, slightly pressing into each other, and then just rest it on your knee, your lap, or just let it hang beside you if you are standing up, because intuitively I don't know what you're going to be called. That's why I'm saying, though I can give you ideas, but follow your instinct and intuition, guys, during the process. Lovely. And then close your eyes and just become aware of your breath. And with a couple of exhales, relax your tummy muscle, lower back, hip, butt cheeks, your privates, settling into your hip. And when you settled into your hip, just breathe deep into your arms, the best as you can, with the most ease. So with the least effort. And it's about just doing the most and the best. We don't need to know from the conscious brain everything. We can just simply rest into it and do how we can. So breathe into your tummy in and out. And as you rested into your tummy, into your hip, now guide your focus down, down, down through your legs, into your calves, ankles, till you reach your feet with your focus. When you reached your feet with your focused and attention, focus on the sensations there for a wee moment. And then with each inhalation, Imagine that you are absorbing earth energy through the soles of your feet. Guide it up through your legs, back, and throat, into your head, and then far beyond into the cosmos. Okay? And then hold your breath for a few seconds. This is with one inhale. Through the feet, up to the leg, up the back, through the throat, to the head, and beyond to the cosmos. And when you're out on that sense and out in the cosmos, finish the full inhale, hold that breath. And then after, as you're gonna exhale, like a golden rain, the energy sinks back to earth as the renewing force. Like a golden rain as you exhale out. There is a balance between taking and giving. Now imagine a catch basin in your pelvic floor. Can be like a golden basin, and let the energy rain flow into your pelvis. All right. So now again, when you inhale, feel, sense the energy moving from earth up through the soul into your legs, back, throat, head, out to the cosmos. Hold that breath, and as you exhale out, like a golden rain falls back into the earth as a renewing force, and you are catching it into the golden base of your pelvic floor. Lovely. Keep repeating this a number of times. Like a waterfall or fountain of energy, showering you as you bring the energy up from the earth, giving back to the higher young, and let it after to purify, renewed. Bring that golden, renewed, pure energy, but nourishing you and nourishing all creation. Energy moving up, and abundance showering us all and filling you up at the base with the energy of abundance. As you more and more creating the balance between taking and giving, or receiving and giving. We are simply a tool for that energetic flow, like everything else as well in creation. When you don't resist that, you don't fight that, you show up, that you are fully attuned with it and ready to receive it. You are worthy of it. And now bring your focus to that ball of energy at your hip, what's filled up with beautiful glow and golden light, or whatever way your deeper subconscious aspects given to you. And as you're breathing in and out there, focusing on the golden ball of abundance energy, repeat this mentally after me. The power of earth gives me secure stability, staying power and assertiveness, self-assurance, and self-confidence. The power of the cosmos gives me enthusiasm, pleasure, and joy. The power of earth gives me secure stability, staying power and assertiveness, self-assurance, and self-confidence. The power of the cosmos gives me enthusiasm, pleasure, and joy. And now just keep the focus here at the hip and just breathe in and out with no thoughts, just simply observing the present sensations. If any thought intrude, become aware of it, but then gently welcome it in to observe too, or just simply put that on the side after acknowledging, like we childhood chitter chatters, and then bring yourself back to observe the sensations around the hip and tummy in a deeply, deeply relaxed state. And now we can take a deep inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Resting the shoulders. One more time, deep inhale. Exhale out the mouth, fully relaxing the shoulder, erecting the spine more and more. And one more deep inhale like that. Erecting the spine fully, taken a full inhale. Exhale, relaxing the tummy and hip, but not collapsing the spine. Open up the eyes, release the mudra. And that should be our Earth Mudra for this week. Hope you enjoy this one. I really love this one. I have to say, I love the sensation of feeling grounded, safe, and secure. And that's where we're going to find that. More and more learning to just simply sink into the root of our reality and feeling that trustful belonging to everything. So hope you enjoyed that, guys. And I am sure after this one, because this one was a bit deeper than the other two, but all of them can be deepened and deepened as you practice more. These are introductions for these different techniques and tools, and how much you are able to, obviously it takes years so many times to shift certain things, but for the reason because we are learning to getting deeper and deeper with the transformative practices, tools, and reach more and more. That's why it's like digging out something, but you can always dig down a wee bit more. And then after in the healing, okay, but it never stops the healing. Yes, it stops. But that's again the questioning brain, the doubt there, what questioning your instinct and the intuition, what keeps guide you forward on the path. And it's it's not as noisy as the doubter. The doubter is part of the thinking aspect. What's more actually doesn't know, the monkey mind, Hanuman in the or the Indian mythology, as how they are depicting it. But it comes back in other cultures too. So it's not a unique understanding and realization. Again, these understandings, most of the things, universe, what was here before, how we were able to obviously treasure it and hold that as different, but other cultures, especially more primitive nations, primitive cultures were holding these understanding and knowledges. And we're remembering ever so often when we need to remember, to use it to leverage further more humanity, I believe it. So the next one and the last one gonna be is our hypnotherapy. So mighty are, as I said, in this nice altered trance-like state. So the hypnotherapy then gonna be much, much more easier on that sense. What I would like to ask you to just simply make yourself comfortable. Now for this one, remember you can lie down. I would recommend lying down is absolutely one of the best one. Okay, so lying down is one of the best one. You can lie down, you can get comfortable. I'm not even gonna use this one because we are already in a good state. But either way, uncross your leg. You can rest your hands on your lap, on your tummy, wherever feels the best for you. And if you are ready, then now just close your eyes. And again, take a deep inhale through your nose. And exhale out your mouth. Relax the shoulders, relax the chest, relax the upper back, and relax your head and neck. Wonderful. Then take another deep inhale through your nose. Hold that for a moment or two, and as you exhale out, relax your tummy, lower back, hip, privates, and your thighs as well. Relax. And then a third deep inhale now. Take a deep inhale. And as you exhale out after holding the breath for a moment or two, exhale out, relax your thighs, knees, calves, ankle, and feet. And now just bring your focus to your natural rhythmical flow of your breath at your tummy, upper body, or as totalness, how you sense it, feel it, and experience it. But keep your focus on the inhale and your exhale. With each exhale, allow yourself to become more and more deeper and deeper relaxed. Lovely. And as you're breathing that in and out, I would like to ask you to imagine that you are standing at the top of a staircase. You can make it a special staircase. You can make it in nature, taken deeply down you into an ancient tree. It doesn't really matter. The most important that you know as you start to walk down on these stairs, you're gonna become 10 times more deeply relaxed. Go on deeper down to your core, into the safe place of yourself. And it's totally safe and secure. You know, no one needs anything, no one wants anything, and you feel content, happy, and perhaps even excited to go to that deep sense of connectedness with yourself. This is the stairs, what takes you deeper to your true self, the journey to the self. So I would like to ask you, when you're ready, to take the first steps. And as you take the first steps, mentally count 10. Then take the next step See, feel, sense as you take a net and mentally count 9. Then take the next step, 8. And then the next one, 7. Feel and more melting away. Go on deeper and deeper, relaxed. Then the next one, 6. 7, melting into unity. 6. 5. Go on deeper and deeper down. 4. Melting away. 3. 2. 1. And 0. You are now at the bottom of the stairs. 10 times more deeper, relaxed. 10 times feeling more secure, nourished, connected, and feeling a deep sense of peace. Knowing that you are in the total safety of the self. And as you are down here, you can see a beautiful sofa appearing. And it feels so inviting for you that you decide to lie down to have a big rest. So please make your way there, lie down and close your eyes. And as you close your eyes, in a moment, I'm going to ask you to visualize certain things. And as you do, you will find yourself drifting deeper and deeper into hypnosis and this wonderful, relaxing feeling. I would like you to begin by imagining a bright red door. A bright red door, and on the door is a very large number 7. That's right, a number 7. I'm gonna stay quiet here for a moment or two so you can visualize and imagine until you see the door clearly in your mind. That's good. Now, you are walking towards the door and the door is closed. And you push the door open. Push. Push the door open. And the door opens easily for you. Now go and do it. Step through the door and you close the door gently behind you and walk into a brightly colored red room.
Just notice how all the walls are red. And most of the furniture is red. And this room represents the problem that you are seeking help with. Even so, it's not an angry red, but somehow comforting, because you know you are getting inside your problem and you are going to overcome it here, right now. So look around and evaluate your problem. Decide on the best way to move forward. What strengths do you need to help you? We are going to gather those strengths and move through the room and walk over to another door at the far side of the room. And this other door is orange. So just walk through the red room, breathing deep and exhaling, releasing any kind of obstacles, blockages, gaining all the strength and making the way to the orange door. And this other door has a large number 6 on it. A number 6 on this orange door. As you reach the door, you wonder at what is beyond that. And you push open the door with your hand. You push the door open with your mind. And you walk through into a lovely, bright, orange room. And the orange room represents your desire to overcome that problem. And that's good, because you really want to overcome it. And you know with certainty that you will. All you need is to want something badly enough, and you will surely achieve it, using all the resources that you have. So gather that true, pure desire to overcome your problem and take it with you to the yellow door at the far end of the room. And the yellow door has a large number 5 on it. And as you enter the yellow room, you are filled with hope and optimism. You can feel that hope and optimism entering your soul and the deepest part of your mind. This lovely, bright, yellow room is like a burst of sunshine. It's a wonderful room, and your hope and your optimism are increasing moment by moment. Now walk over to the green door now at the end of the room. The green door with the number 4 on it
is a large number 4. And as you enter the green room, you find that you can drift a little deeper. That's right. You can drift a little deeper into a trance-like hypnotic state, and this wonderfully calm and relaxing feeling, drifting deeper and deeper still. Now the green room represents abundance and growth, just like the new growth of spring and its promise of things to come. Most importantly, your determination to overcome that old problem of yours in growing stronger and stronger with every breath that you take and every word that I utter. You know you can achieve whatever you set out to achieve. You are determined and positive and confident, and you feel wonderful, so good. And at the end of the green room, and you bring with you the determination to succeed, is the blue door. And on the blue door is a number 3. Number 3 on the blue door. And it's a bright blue door. Bright and cheerful. And that's how you feel as you drift deeper, deeper still. And ready soon to begin the work that you want to do, to overcome your problem forever. Just like that new growth of spring, the blue door offers you the strength to overcome any problems in your life, and also a feeling of deep inner calm. And you are growing stronger and stronger and so much calmer each and every day. And the room seems to change as you watch it in your mind's eye, to a beautiful garden with an orchard and flowers, and the leaves on the trees are so different in shape. And you drift deeper and deeper and deeper still. Moving forward, you notice another door, an indigo door. This door is the color of the deep blue sea, and it has on it the number 2. And as you push open the deep blue door, you find yourself watching the ocean waves. And the feeling of total peace comes over you. Total peace and serenity. And you go deeper and deeper and deeper still. you find yourself moving on. You are floating over the deep blue sea, over and over, deeper and deeper, yet rising above to a higher plane of consciousness, almost as though you are aware of your higher mind, rising, rising, going higher and deeper into this lovely, peaceful feeling until you reach a heavenly door, the most perfect shade of violet, a rich purple, the door with the number 1. And you are now at one with the universe and ready to accept the suggestions you hear. And as you enter the violet room, you see a beautiful white light with sparkling reflections of violet from the room. So enter the light, and for your mind is now open and receptive to the suggestions you hear while in this deep state of hypnotic trance. You are now drifting deeper into this comfortable state of deep relaxation. And your mind is open and receptive to suggestions and ideas. This is especially so with the idea of feeling happy with dealing with finances. And really, this is all that you need: an open and an inquisitive mind. I am sure you must be fed up with feeling helpless when listening to those who are investing their money and boasting of making huge amounts of interest, or even just those who seem to know all about finances, the best banks, trusts, stocks, and shares, and such like. Of course, there could be other reasons for your fear of finance. This is very common for people who have been reliant on financial decisions being made by a partner for most of their lives, or seemingly it was out of their hands and was depending on others. And when that's not around or capable to manage or provide, of making those decisions, that it can seem as though there is nowhere to turn for help or advice. This is precisely why it is a very good idea for everyone about certain age to be self-reliant, to know where their money is going, and to be able to do the best with whatever they have. As we know, many banks no longer offer the same level of service that they did in years gone by, and many banks these days are mostly self-service which means it can be hard to find someone to explain things to you if you don't understand. So you have decided that it is time to overcome your fear of financial management and take control of your affairs. In an ideal world, of course, it would be nice not to have to worry about money. But in the real world, money does count. It is needed for survival, food and clothing, household materials, education, taxes, and hopefully holidays and other little luxuries. In order to help you to overcome your fear, it is important that you realize that no one is born with this knowledge of finance. We all have to start somewhere, often at the very beginning. And there is absolutely no shame in not knowing how to manage your affairs on a level. Your shame is if, having realized this is something you needed to do, you did nothing about on a level. We are going deeper and healing those parts who feel shamed just because they don't know. These days, knowledge is everywhere. In fact, there can be too much knowledge available, which is why I would like to suggest that you narrow it down and tackle this subject in small, easy bites. You can do this by purchasing a good book and slowly reading through it, devouring the knowledge that it offers, even rereading it if you don't understand the jargon at first. Or you could read through the financial columns even in your newspaper. Or search online for fund management services where there is a wealth of information at your disposal. And don't let the terms that are used make you feel intimidated. Some funds use fancy words to make them sound impressive, but really, this is all that they are, words. And you will soon understand what they mean if you keep reading or rereading what is written. Like all learning, this can be fun or hard work, of course, depending on your frame of mind at the time. So I would like you to suggest to you that before attempting to learn all about money management, you put yourself into a nice, comfortable, relaxed state of mind. A self-hypnotic trance, just like you are experiencing now. You can do this by taking some deep, comfortable breaths relaxing your body and your mind and telling yourself, I am taking control. Do this now, here in the safety of hypnosis. Take a few deep, comfortable breaths and relax all the muscles in your body and tell yourself, I am taking control. I am taking control. And as you repeat these words in your mind, you experience a fantastic feeling of freedom. You are confident that you have the ability to learn all that you need to learn in your own special time about managing your finances to the next level. And of course, you have all the time in the world. There is no rush, no pressure. You can learn what you need to learn at your own pace. Remind yourself why you want to learn how to control your financial situation. And remember, it really doesn't matter what others do. Don't compare yourself to anyone else because you are you. You are a wonderful individual with a mind of your own, and you will take on this subject at your own personal pace. When you have decided to put aside your learning for the day, you simply end your self-hypnosis session by taking another comfortable breath, counting to 5 in your mind, and orientating yourself back to the here and now. Your interest in finance begins at home. You find yourself making and keeping a budget of incoming and outgoing monies, writing it down and recognizing where your money is being wastefully spent, depending on your situation. Perhaps you are able to save a certain amount every month. And if so, having read through the information, using whichever method you decide on, you look around for the best way to get a good return on your money. Perhaps you look at various banks and accounts which offers the best interest, which one gives the easy access to your money, or which want you to tie it up for so many years in order to get better interest. The world is changing, and you can find the best ways for yourself. You make a note of your findings and refer to often before making a decision. And very soon, much sooner than you would ever believe, you find your understanding of financial jargon improves and you feel confident when talking to others on this subject. What is more, you find yourself taking a genuine interest in your finances, in your money flow and topic. After all, you realize that your future depends on it. And if you have dependents, then you are in a position to help them or teach them how to manage their own finances. I want you to compare your present lack of knowledge about finances on the level to sitting in a darkened room with no windows. Everything is dim and obscure. But once you start learning how to take control of your money, it is like stepping outside into a bright sunny day where you can see and take advantages of the opportunities all around you. And now, visualize yourself in a large building, perhaps a bank, where you have a meeting with the bank manager or financial advisor. See and hear yourself discussing your best options for investing your hard-earned money. Perhaps looking at the past performance of certain funds or trusts. Conversing with this person in a knowledgeable way. Of course, you wouldn't be expected to understand all the terminology. After all, a bank manager or financial advisor has received specialist training on the subject. But you can't tell by their reaction that they are impressed with your level of knowledge, what you already have. But much more than this, you have impressed yourself. You feel really proud of yourself because when you look back, you can see a time when you have virtually no knowledge of the subject at all. And now you can see a noticeable improvement as your understanding grows on a daily basis. Even more importantly, it was you that did this. You made the decision to be responsible for your finances. And the first step was deciding to use your wonderful, creative, subconscious mind. You find that learning comes easily to you, especially when you are in the right frame of mind, a comfortable state of self-hypnotic trance. And these suggestions are firmly embedded in your subconscious mind and grow stronger and stronger day by day. They grow stronger by the day, stronger by the hour, stronger by the minute. In a moment, I will count the numbers from 1 to 5, and at the count of 5, you will be fully alert and refreshed and ready to allow these suggestions to work for you. 1, 2, slowly coming back to surface level. 3, becoming aware of your breath and your physical body. 4, coming back now fully. And 5, when you're ready, consciousness returning to full normality. You can open up the eyes, wide awake, mind and body returning to normality. If you are not fully ready to open your eyes yet, then take a couple of deep, energizing breaths. Exhale out your mouth. Back to the body, back to your mind. Breathing deeply in and out. Wriggle the fingers and toes. Rub your hands together to develop heat and energy. Massaging eyes and face. And when you are ready, you can carry on with your day ahead, or perhaps go for a restful sleep. And that should be our week 3 for our Don't Fear Money program, and hope you enjoyed today's workshop, and would see you with week 4 the next time. I'm gonna tune out now and see you the next time, guys. Take care.